How to Learn English. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Easy English YouTube channel. I'm Alex, your guide on this exciting journey to mastering English. Whether you're just starting out or looking to polish your skills, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving into some fantastic tips, tricks, and methods that will help you become more fluent and confident in English. But before we get started, if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our amazing learning community. We have a lot of great content lined up just for you. You know, when I started learning English, I felt overwhelmed by the sheer amount of information out there. But over time, I discovered some really effective strategies that made the process enjoyable and much more manageable. And that's exactly what I want to share with you today. Did you know that immersing yourself in an English-speaking environment can dramatically improve your language skills? It might sound challenging at first, but let me tell you, it's one of the best ways to learn. When I first started learning English, I was struggling to understand native speakers and felt frustrated. But then, I decided to change my approach. One evening, I chose to watch my favorite movie, The Lion King, but this time in English and without any subtitles. At first, I felt lost, catching only a few words here and there. But I stuck with it. As I continued watching, something amazing happened. I started to pick up new words, phrases, and even the rhythm of the language. It was like a light bulb went off in my head, and I realized how powerful immersion can be. From that point on, I made it a habit to immerse myself in English every day, whether it was through movies, music, or books. I surrounded myself with the language, and the results were incredible. My understanding improved, my vocabulary expanded, and I began to feel more comfortable speaking and listening in English. And that's just one of the tips I'll be sharing with you today. So stay tuned, because we're going to explore some exciting and practical ways to make your English learning journey effective and fun. Ready? Let's get started. When I first started learning English, I faced a major hurdle: understanding native speakers. Their speed, slang, and accents made it really tough for me to keep up. I remember feeling so frustrated because I could read and write reasonably well, but real-life conversations felt like an entirely different language. One day, I decided to take a different approach. I picked up my favorite movie, The Lion King, and decided to watch it in English without any subtitles. At first, it was incredibly challenging. I missed a lot of the dialogue and felt like giving up, but I stuck with it. Slowly but surely, I began to pick up new words and phrases. The context and the visuals helped me understand the storyline, even when I didn't catch every single word. After a few days of this, I noticed my comprehension improving. I wasn't just learning vocabulary. I was also getting a feel for the natural flow and rhythm of English. This experience opened my eyes to the power of immersive learning. It was like a switch had been flipped, and I could suddenly see the progress I was making. Immersive learning is one of the most effective ways to learn a new language. By surrounding yourself with English in a natural, engaging way, you can improve your comprehension and pronunciation without even realizing it. Watching movies, listening to music, and reading books in English expose you to the language in different contexts, helping you to understand not just the words, but also the nuances of how they're used. When you're immersed in the language, you're constantly picking up new information. You learn how native speakers construct sentences, the common idioms they use, and the cultural references that might not be obvious from textbooks alone. It's a dynamic and enjoyable way to learn. So why not start today? Pick a movie or a TV show you love and watch it in English. If it feels too challenging, start with subtitles and gradually wean yourself off them. You can also try listening to English songs and paying attention to the lyrics. Another great option is to read books or articles in English. Choose topics that interest you, so the learning process feels less like a chore and more like a fun activity. Remember, the goal is to immerse yourself in the language as much as possible. The more you expose yourself to English, the more natural it will start to feel. Trust me, it works. And don't worry if you don't understand everything right away. Keep at it, and you'll see progress before you know it. I remember when I met my friend Ryan, who was also learning English. We were both struggling with speaking fluently and confidently. One day we decided to make a pact. We would practice speaking English together for 30 minutes every day. At first it felt really awkward. We stumbled over our words, paused frequently, and laughed at our mistakes. But we didn't let that stop us. We kept going day after day. Over time, something incredible happened. Our conversations became smoother, and our confidence grew. We started using new words and expressions we had learned, and we felt more at ease speaking in English. What began as an awkward exercise turned into a fun and rewarding daily routine. Practicing speaking is crucial for language learning. It's not enough to just read and listen. You need to actively use the language. Regular speaking practice helps you get used to the sound and rhythm of English, improves your pronunciation, and boosts your fluency. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. And remember, making mistakes is a normal part of the learning process. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn and improve. When you practice speaking, you're not just improving your language skills, you're also building your confidence. The more you practice, the less intimidating it becomes to speak in different situations, whether it's ordering food at a restaurant, asking for directions, or having a conversation with a native speaker. So how can you start practicing speaking regularly? One of the best ways is to find a language partner. This could be a friend who is also learning English or a native speaker who wants to learn your language in exchange. You can also join a local language club or an online language exchange community. Apps like Tandem or HelloTalk are great for connecting with native speakers and practicing your speaking skills. Set aside a specific time each day for speaking practice. It doesn't have to be long. Even 15 to 30 minutes can make a big difference. The key is consistency. Make it a daily habit, and you'll see steady improvement. And don't be afraid to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Try discussing different topics, role-playing various scenarios, or even recording yourself speaking and listening back to identify areas for improvement. Remember, the more you practice speaking, the more fluent and confident you'll become. So start today and watch your English skills soar. I remember when I was struggling to find effective ways to practice English every day. Then I discovered a few language learning apps that made a huge difference in my progress. Apps like Duolingo and Babbel offered fun and interactive lessons that kept me engaged and motivated. Every day I would spend a few minutes on these apps, practicing vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation through games and quizzes. One of the things I loved about these apps was the sense of accomplishment they provided. Each time I completed a lesson, I earned points and moved up levels, which made the learning process feel like a game. This gamification kept me coming back for more, turning language learning into an enjoyable part of my daily routine. Technology has made language learning more accessible than ever. There are countless apps and online resources that can help you practice and improve your English skills. These tools are designed to be engaging and user-friendly, offering a wide range of activities to suit different learning styles. Whether you prefer visual lessons, interactive exercises, or listening to audio content, there's something out there for everyone. Apps like Duolingo, Babbel, Memories, and Rosetta Stone offer structured lessons that cover various aspects of language learning, from vocabulary and grammar to pronunciation and conversation skills. They use advanced algorithms to personalize your learning experience, adapting to your level and progress to ensure you're always challenged but never overwhelmed. So how can you make the most of these technological tools? Start by downloading a few language learning apps and incorporating them into your daily routine. Spend at least 15 to 20 minutes each day practicing with these apps. Set a specific time each day for your practice, whether it's during your morning commute, lunch break, or before bed. Consistency is key. The more regularly you practice, the more progress you'll see. Take advantage of the different features these apps offer, like flashcards, quizzes, and speaking exercises. Don't just focus on one app. Try out several to see which ones you enjoy the most and which methods work best for you. Remember, technology is a powerful ally in your language learning journey. Use these apps to complement other methods like immersive learning and speaking practice. By integrating technology into your study routine, you'll find that learning English becomes more manageable and enjoyable. So go ahead, download those apps, and start practicing today. One of the most effective strategies I used to improve my English was building a strong vocabulary. Every day I made it a point to learn 5 new words. I would write each word down in my notebook, along with its definition and a few example sentences. Then, I made it a goal to use those words in my conversations throughout the day. At first, it was challenging to remember and use the new words correctly, but as the days went by, I noticed my vocabulary growing. Words that once seemed foreign became part of my everyday language. This practice not only expanded my vocabulary, but also boosted my confidence in using English. I felt more articulate and better equipped to express myself in different situations. A strong vocabulary is the foundation of effective communication. Knowing a wide range of words allows you to express yourself more clearly and accurately.